But let's stay with the State of the Nation address. And President Uhuru Kenyatta says his administration will not ban citizens from other countries traveling into the country amid concerns about the emerging Omicron variant. Now, the head of state during his 8th State of the Nation address noted that the emerging COVID-19 variant calls for greater collaboration amongst countries for control to happen. And he warned against knee-jerk reactions, including travel bans, while reaffirming the country's commitment to vaccinating at least 10 million Kenyans. Now, the president called for more people to get vaccinated as the world deals with the emerging COVID-19 variants. Elfas Lagat gives us more details.
The Omicron variant, classed by the World Health Organization as a variant of concern, has already led to travel bans enacted against South Africa, where the highly transmissible variant was first detected. President Uhuru Kenyatta, in his State of the Nation address, said he will not prohibit travel, but instead enhance vigilance at borders, urging other global leaders to lift bans on travel.
COVID will not be defeated by locking us all down and by shutting off parts of the world that you think are problematic. No one will be safe from COVID until we are all safe. Please, jameni, tumefanya kazi, musitufungie tena jameni.
The head of state noted that the number of adults vaccinated has risen from 5 million during Mashujaa Day celebrations to 7.1 million at present. He called on more adults to get inoculated to get to the targeted 10 million adults by end of this year.
That shot in the arm is the most powerful weapon against the disease that has ravaged the world. That shot in the arm of every adult Kenyan will also be a shot in the arm for our economy and our social institutions. It ensures that we can conquer, that if we can conquer and put this disease aside and fully return to normal, we can continue on our growth trajectory.
The president further indicating that his administration is working around the clock to ensure homemade solutions to the threat posed by viruses and emerging pathogens. Kenya Biovax Limited is expected to locally produce vaccines from March next year.
We established the Kenya Biovax Limited, a venture that would locally produce anti-COVID-19 vaccines. I therefore directed the Ministry of Health to operationalize the company to form and fill an eventual manufacture of our locally produced vaccines by Easter of next year.
President Kenyatta adding that the pandemic has made the country develop the necessary infrastructure, including more hospitals, equipment including ICU facilities, testing laboratories, and capacity to produce oxygen, all key for the eventual full rollout of universal health care. Meanwhile, the Kenya Medical Practitioners, Pharmacists and Dentists Union, KMPDU, has called upon the national and county governments to increase access to COVID-19 vaccines to beat emerging COVID-19 variants, including the new Omicron variant.
There needs to be an increased COVID-19 vaccines in every place, not only at hospital setups, but in every site. A quick way to manage the virus in case there's a resurgence. That is, we need to have the hospitals well equipped. We know that we've been having different waves of COVID over the years, but what has the country, the national government and the Ministry of Health put in place to ensure that if we have another resurgence next month or in the next 2 months, we will be able to combat it.
KMPDU Secretary General Dr. Davji Atela, who criticized travel bans against South Africa by countries including Rwanda, US, UK and EU, said Kenyan authorities should focus on accelerating vaccination among Kenyans to win the battle against the pandemic. Elfas Lagat, Citizen TV, Nairobi.